BKFC Women's 125-pound strap, the champion Christine Ferea versus Bec Rawlings.
And you can see here the same height, 5'6", a 2-inch reach advantage for Ferea. But I don't think that's what this fight's about. Who's going to ever get in there, implement their game plan, is going to come out and win this title, Sean.
Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight she wears black and white. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. Her official weight, an even 124 pounds. Her BKFC record stands at 3 victories, opposite 2 defeats. She has been here since day number 1. And now, she is the challenger, fighting out of Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. And across the ring, her opponent, fighting out the blue corner. Tonight she wears black and gold. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. Her official weight, 124.6 pounds. Her impressive BKFC record stands at 7 victories, opposite a single defeat. She is one of the most dominant fighters in BKFC history, and she is your defending, undisputed BKFC World Flyweight Champion, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Christine the Misfit Ferea. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Bec Rawlings said of Christine Ferea, the champion, she's a very good aggressive fighter. She does well when she can exert that aggression, but she struggles with adversity. I will make her feel that adversity. Round number 1. Black and gold trunks for the American champion, Christine Ferea. Black and white trunks for the Australian challenger, Bec Rawlings. There's the jab from Ferea. From Ferea, then the 1-2 off the mark, the jab off the mark. Measured, respectful start from both fighters. Now into the clinch. Half-tie plump snatch by Ferea. Heavy on the neck on the turn.
Break. Stop.
They called immediately by referee Andrew Glenn. So watch the face wash. The open palm of Ferea into the face of Bec Rawlings. 120 remaining, round number 1. Stiff jab from Ferea. See the high, tight striking guard of Rawlings. Rawlings slipping that hook jab. From Rawlings, feints from Ferea.
You can see the respect both of these ladies give each other. They know how tough they're doing.
It's the right hand from Rawlings into the clinch.
Stop, step back, ladies, step back.
Break call by Glenn.
Now go up!
Elusiveness from Rawlings on the right hand. Stiff jab from Ferea. Hook jab again from Christine Ferea. Rawlings on the turn. Rawlings claiming the center circle. Showing the elusive head movement is Bec Rawlings. From Ferea, there's the stiff jab. The 2 just off the mark.
Ferea just looking for the way to land that right hand. She's using those jabs just to set up just on the range fighter.
Stop!
And just told Christine Ferea, watch the fingers extended towards the face of Bec Rawlings. Heavy into the clinch from the half-tie plump. Separation from the mid-range. Forward comes Ferea off the jab. Rawlings on her back foot. Final seconds, round number 1. Our third of 3 world title fights. Christine Ferea, the BKFC Women's Flyweight titleist versus Bec Rawlings. We are through the opening round.
You get her against the ropes, you know
the champ is here. Dave Mundell wearing the strap. Front row ringside. 2 more champs are here. Lorenzo Hunt, Luis Palomino. Round number 2 on the right hook. Heavy into the clinch. Half-time plumb down snatch by Bec Rawlings. Turn from Ferea, right hand, counter left hand on the right hand. Rawlings landed, Ferea landed. Body locks. Cinched by Rawlings to get this separation. But Rawlings told us she did not want to play in the clinch. Although she said she feels comfortable there, she felt that that is where Ferea is at her best and most comfortable.
Using that strength that she has, Sean. I really liked what I heard from the corner of Ferea there. Keep that right foot underneath you as they throw it. Don't get overextended. Then you can throw more punches.
Slight stalking pressure now from Ferea, right hand. High, tight striking guard, tries to land the jab. There's the jab from Ferea. Right hand, counter right hand from Ferea after Rawlings through. Stiff jab, then the right hand. Big shots to the inside, right to the head. You see the smear of blood on the nose of Beck Rawlings. Takes the left hand, downward right hand from Ferea.
Firing right back there was Beck Rawlings.
Rawlings on the 1-2 just off the mark. Those misses actually drew a smile on the face of Ferea. Ferea and Rawlings now talking to each other. Heavy feints from both. Lead hook not there from Ferea. There's the jab from Rawlings. Stiff jab. To the inside, Ferea going to the body, Rawlings going to the head. Heavy pressure now, overhook position. There's the separation again from Andrew Glenn. 15 seconds remaining, round 2. Good entry from the Australian Beck Rawlings.
Did a good job of throwing a nice little combination and then grabbing, so there was no refire.
1-2 again from Rawlings. Ferea off the jab, Rawlings off the jab, Rawlings resetting. Jab from Ferea just before the bell, then ends round number 2.
I feel like Rawlings is at her best when she gets off first. She throws those combinations. She comes forward. That's what she needs to do. She cannot continue to wait for Ferea to come try and time that jab. Right here, you can see the very end exchange. Good job for Ferea right there. And then Beck Rawlings fires right back. You gotta like that.
Round number 3 underway.
Right hand coming, there you go.
Right hand. Stiff jab from Ferea, stiff jab right back from Rawlings.
Felt like the corner of Rawlings was saying exactly what I was. You need to start getting up first, pushing her backwards. Whenever she tries to breathe, don't punch her.
Forward pressure from Ferea. Bouncing the step of Rawlings, resetting on the outside, trying to step in with the jab from the orthodox stance.
Some more being landed and thrown for the champ Ferea right now.
Simultaneous jabs again. Ferea throwing the jab and also throwing the hook jab. There's the naked 2 from Rawlings.
Rawlings shows that and then ducks under beautifully. Just stays out of the way.
1-2. Trying to target body then head. So is Rawlings trying to target the body. There's the hook to the body, digging from Rawlings. Ferea took that exceedingly well. The jab again from Christine Ferea. There's that hook jab. Jab to the body and then the right hand to the body. 5 seconds remaining, round 3. There's that right hand again to the body from Rawlings. Right hand. Ferea landed that clean to the temple. Nice. More focused, Chris, on the body of Ferea in round 3 than we saw from her in rounds 1 and 2.
So when she comes forward, she does much better. I noticed that in both these days. Whoever's coming forward and initiating the punches is winning the fight.
Ferea now cut. Was leaking from that cut in her left brow as she throws the right hand. The right hand as Rawlings turns off. Left hook from Ferea on the entry. 20 seconds remaining, round 3. The fighters continue to have their moments in this world title bout. Ferea forward off the 1-2. Rawlings trying to time the body on the right hand. Takes that big right hand, another right hand from Ferea.
Massive shots right there by Ferea.
We are through 3 rounds. Oh, knuckle up from Andrew Glenn, round number 4. Double jab, then the hook from Ferea to start the 4th round. Stiff jab from Rawlings. Rawlings again throwing that naked 2. The rear right hand without the jab. Back to the jab. Punch from her jab from Rawlings. There's been some heat, some animosity in the build-up to this rematch, but make no mistake, there's huge respect between these 2 fighters. Now the right hand from Ferea. Rawlings circling out. Shuffle step from Beck Rawlings, resetting.
The thing I'm really liking from both these ladies, whenever one person throws and lands a combination, the other lady fires right back.
Ferea continuing to the jab to the body, Beck Rawlings. Ferea hard on the inside, lands the right hand. Right hand again from Ferea. Rawlings continuing to target the body and land. Ferea continuing to target the head and land. Ferea missing with that left hook. Circling out again, you see Ferea mirroring the hips. 55 seconds remaining, round 4. 1-2 in the 2 landed flush from Rawlings. Ferea shakes her head no.
You just can tell a little bit of a power difference right there.
True hook from Ferea, then she resets. 1-2 again from Beck Rawlings.
Beck Rawlings is landing a little bit more often right now.
Ferea trying to come forward off the jab. Lands the right hand, left hand in sequence. Big right hand on the entry. High volume now from Ferea. Clinching up his Beck Rawlings.
Let it go. All the way back, all the way back.
Break with some separation from Andrew Glenn. Stiff jab again. That landed flush on the forehead of Rawlings from the Ferea left hand.
Handset.
Closing seconds, round number 4. There's that naked right hand again from Rawlings. But she has landed that punch. Ferea continues to land her jab. Right hand from Ferea just before the bell as we move to the 5th and final round.
I need rounds now. No more bullshit.
I notice that all night when you listen to these corners, they are just telling the fighters exactly what they need to hear.
5th and final round underway. There's the hook-to-hook jab and then the clean 1-2 from Rawlings after Ferea threw. Rawlings on the right hand, left hand, counter right hand, and the right hand right back.
I do like how Rawlings is wrong and throwing punches up right after she rolls under those shots.
Ferea flurrying to the head. Lands the jab to the body. Duck under right hand again from Ferea. Ferea hard on the inside. Rawlings on the clinch. Ferea trying to snatch the half-tie plum right hand. Andrew Glenn letting the fighters work in the active clinch. Good refereeing from Glenn, good right hand from Ferea.
You can just see a difference in the power when Ferea lands a punch. It knocks Rawlings back. Rawlings lands good punches, but Ferea just walks through them.
Smart from Rawlings, gripping up to get that separation. She claims the center circle. Right hand to the body from Rawlings. That was clever. Jab right back from Ferea.
She's still talking to her. Look at Ferea smiling out there like she's having a blast.
Ferea and Rawlings have been talking to each other throughout this fight. So just off the mark from Rawlings. 5 seconds remaining. 5th and final round. Our 3rd and final title fight of the night. Next, fight for the King of Violence strap. This is the 3rd and final world title fight. The champion Christine Ferea versus Beck Rawlings. Right hand getting through from Ferea. And again, there's the counter right hand on the pole from Rawlings. Stretch drive now of our co-main. The fight is looking for one more significant sequence. Right hand lands from Rawlings. And the jab, Ferea coming forward. Ferea takes that left hand, lands a right hand of her own. Both fighters throwing to the bell and the end of the fight. And there is the respect now on full display.
Sean, you can't go through a fight like that and not respect the other person.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 championship rounds, our judges at ringside are all in agreement at 50-45 to the winner by unanimous decision. And still undisputed BKFC World Flyweight Champion, Christine the Misfit Ferea.
2 of the most skillful fighters in all of BKFC. But 50-45, 5 rounds to 0 across the board. Now 3 successful title defenses for the BKFC Women's Flyweight Champion, Christine Ferea. The winner, by way of unanimous decision, Christine Ferea defeats Beck Rawlings.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Brace yourself for the world's most exciting combat sport, bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is back on Friday, September 6th. In the main event, world champion Christine "Misfit" Ferea, one of the most feared women in combat sports, puts her title on the line against the #1 contender who doesn't know the meaning of fear, Jade Masson-Wong. Plus 11 other savage bare knuckle fights. Mark your calendar for September 6th and watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
Women's 125-pounder Jade Masson-Wong versus Gabrielle Roman.
The thing that jumps out here is the 4-inch reach advantage for Roman. She's going to want to utilize that because Wong wants to get inside and land that power.
Introducing you first. Fighting out of the red corner, tonight she wears white trimmed in the proud colors of the United States of America. She stands 5 feet 3 inches tall. Her official weight, 123.1 pounds. Her BKFC record stands at 1-0 with 1 fight even. Fighting out of Perth and Boyne, New Jersey, USA, here is Gabrielle Roman. And across the ring, her opponent, fighting out the blue corner. Tonight she wears red and black. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. Her official weight, 125.6 pounds. Her BKFC record stands at 2 victories opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Quebec City, Quebec, here is Jade Masson-Wong.
Jade Masson-Wong said, I have to use pressure, but it has to be intelligent pressure.
Well, you take cells at all times. You want to touch hands, do it now? Okay.
Pivotal bout for these two ultra-talented women's 125-pounders. Round number 1. Red and black trunks for Jade Masson-Wong. White trunks for Gabrielle Roman. Hand off the mark from Roman. Jabbed in the right to the body, knockout from Masson-Wong. To the body. Big shots on the inside for Jade Masson-Wong.
Man, I'm impressed.
Hand over hand right and another.
Roman is hurt. Roman is hurt.
Shot and down goes Gabrielle Roman.
There's that power we talked about. A huge right hand right from the beginning. And Roman is still badly hurt. She's hurt. Let's see if Wong tries to come right after, right away and end it.
80 seconds remaining. Round number 1. Into the pocket. Right hand knocked down number 2.
You can just see the look on Roman's face right now. She's hurt still. She's disappointed. She doesn't know what to do at this point. She's badly hurt.
Roman telling Dan Miragliotta she wants to continue.
No, that's all she
does not believe her. And that is the win for Jade Masson-Wong. She just keeps on rolling.
It was just that first huge right hand she landed. Did so much damage right there. I was really impressed with Roman's ability to take that and not go down, but that's all Wong needed. She had her opponent hurt. She smelled blood. She jumped all over it. Exactly what you need to do when you clip somebody. You need to finish it. Don't give them a chance to get knocked down, get back up. We saw it happen the first 2 fights of the night, Sean. Wong said, not tonight. I'm taking this opponent out. She did exactly that.
Jade Masson-Wong now 3-1 in BKFC with authority.
I'm starting to believe her that when she lands that right hand, when she gets inside, she's hard to beat. I mean, she's done that time and time again. And Roman's been phenomenally tough. The dog out there, she took a couple very hard shots and kept getting up, but man, it's going to be hard to take power like that at 125 pounds.
Jade Masson-Wong has had 5 pro MMA fights, 1 in pro boxing, and now 4 in BKFC. And without question, this is the biggest win of her life. A huge victory for Jade Masson-Wong.
There it was, that beautiful right hand that did the damage. Like I said, Roman did a great job of taking that. I was surprised at how easily she took it, but man, it didn't matter. Her legs were not totally underneath her. Here it is. Boom. See how she turned the chin right there. You can just see the look right there on Roman's face. She's like, what the heck was that? She tried to fight it off, but man.
Congratulations.
There's that first knockdown, and Roman right now, that beautiful right hand once again. And you can just see the look on her face. She's frustrated. She knows that she's not winning this fight right now, and she was in trouble.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Mergliata, steps in and calls a stop to our main event at 1 minute into round number 1. For your winner by KO, Jade Masson-Wong!
Jade Masson-Wong told us in our fighter meeting, I'm going to be ready to step back and then throw with power. She did that, and she also stepped in and threw with power. 2 knockdowns to the knockout. In our main event of the evening, the winner by way of first round TKO, Jade Masson-Wong defeats Gabrielle Roman.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
A really intriguing fight for you now in the lightweight division. Ryan Roberts versus Bobby Taylor. Our tail of the tape is presented by Savage Sip Coffee.
And Sean, I know there's a 2-inch height advantage and 2-inch reach advantage for Bobby Taylor, but the thing to me, his hand is much bigger, more surface area. Bobby Taylor feels like he has power. He just has to land that big paw on you. He's gonna hurt you. Let's see if that big fist does its trick.
We are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Presented to you by Savage Sip Coffee. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears camouflage. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, 155.2 pounds. His BKFC veterans record stands at 5 victories opposite 2 defeats. Fighting out of Tupelo, Mississippi, by way of Pocahontas, Tennessee, here is Bobby O.D.B. Taylor. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears blue. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. His official weight, an even 155 pounds. He holds an undefeated BKFC record at 1-0. Fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska. Here is the undefeated Ryan. Are you ready, Roberts? And our referee in charge of the action, Brandon Fannenstiel.
Bobby Taylor told us, I know Ryan Roberts has a very strong clinch. I have to smartly exit that strong clinch.
Ready? You ready? Knuckle up.
The bell, round number 1. Blue trunks for Ryan Roberts. Camouflage trunks for Bobby Taylor. See the up-down movement on the entry for Ryan Roberts. Taylor loading up on his back foot. Taylor pulling back that right hand. Roberts looking for the entry, does so on the left hand, counter right hand, and that sends Ryan Roberts to the canvas.
And there was that explosive move inside that Roberts used. He got caught coming in. Got to come in behind that jab.
Taylor on the left hand. Roberts continual bounce in his step, again looking to come forward. Taylor sitting on the back foot, spins 360. Roberts to the mid-range, counter right hand by Taylor. Taylor is cut above his right hand. Left hand from Ryan Roberts. I thought this fight would be great. It's great already, Chris.
So much action already.
Taylor also cut outside of his left eye. Big shots on the inside. Counter right hand again from Taylor. He These 255ers have massive power for the weight division. 35 seconds remaining, round number 1. Hook jab not there from Taylor, right hand not there. Roberts continually looking for the entry point.
That powerful back foot push-off is giving Roberts an explosive movement inside. Very difficult to time.
Side forward pressure now from Bobby Taylor. Now forward pressure right back from Ryan Roberts. Left hook off the mark. 2 cuts on the face of Bobby Taylor here in round number 1, but he has knocked down Ryan Roberts in the opening round. Big uppercut. That appeared to come late, and we move to round 2.
Taylor's having a lot of problems with that explosive movement in and out of Roberts.
Round number 2 underway. Big swings from both men in round number 1.
Taylor needs to quit throwing those hits and throw uppercuts inside.
Big swings to start round number 2 for both men.
That left uppercut is what Bobby Taylor needs to really focus on.
Roberts again from the mid-range now to the outside. Trying to find his way into the clinch. Taylor holding the mid-range, looking to counters. Bobby Taylor counters without big shots on the inside from Ryan Roberts. Defensive clinch on the overhook draws the separation from Brandon Farnsteel. Smart tactical tie-up by Bobby Taylor to get the separation. Now lands the left hand as Taylor. 1:10 remaining, round 2. Big swing from Taylor just off the mark. Taylor resetting. There's a short right hand from Taylor. And Taylor's been landing effectively, Chris. Largely it's been off those counters on the hook. There's a big right hand and another from Ryan Roberts. Right hand again on the counter from Taylor. 40 seconds remaining, round 2. Another right hand from Taylor. Right hand on the turn. Big uppercut. Taylor looking to counter with his back against the corner cushion. Right hand from Roberts. Roberts on the entry. Taylor looking to counter again. We thought this would be great. It is definitely great.
Guys are going at it the entire time.
Left hand, right hand, right hand from Taylor. Taylor on the feint. Roberts' big left hand. See that spear of blood on the face of Bobby Taylor as we move to round 3. Round number 3.
I want him to start throwing some more uppercuts as Roberts tries to explode in.
Right hand off the mark from Bobby Taylor. Off the jab. Hook jab from Taylor, not there. Roberts on the left hand. Right hand, big right hand on the counter once more from Taylor. Those rights are landing on the counter from Bobby Taylor, Chris. Right hand that time on the entry, left hand off the mark from Roberts. Big right hand again from Bobby Taylor. That slowed down Ryan Roberts momentarily. Taylor coming forward. Now Roberts coming forward off the left hand. Taylor resetting. Almost against the ropes, looking to explode forward is Bobby Taylor. Looking to explode forward from the center circle is Ryan Roberts. Duck under, right hand, left hand from Taylor. That was quick and clever. Taylor now cut under both eyes. Left hand from Roberts. Big exhale from Taylor as he bounced against the ring ropes. 35 seconds remaining, round 3. Left hand entry, right hand. There's the pull, right hand, left hook from Roberts. Both fighters continue to land big, Chris.
And these guys are just tough as nails. Both guys taking powerful shots, walking right through them.
Right hand again from Taylor. And he's throwing it and landing it off the counter. And it's the pressure of Roberts that he is countering. 10-second clap. Right hand from Ryan Roberts. Jab from Taylor. Right hook off the mark. We move to round 4. And Hansvick now bringing both fighters up to scratch, round number 4. Switch of stances off from scratch from Roberts.
If he tries to step out that foot and throw that straight left right down the pipe like it's cornerized.
Here's the left hand, and the right hand again. Big shots, and Taylor coming forward. Roberts with his back against ropes, another right hand from Taylor.
I thought Roberts was hurt there.
So did Bobby Taylor running into the pocket.
Great recovery.
Right hand again, clipping left hook on the check hook from Taylor. Exhale for Bobby Taylor, walking forward into the center circle. Roberts circling out, 120 remaining round 4. Clean right hand from Taylor. Roberts on the duck under right hand. Both fighters continue to have their moments. Right hand. Jab right back from Taylor. Roberts stumbling, going down, knockdown number 2 on the delayed reaction from the left hand.
Definitely a delayed reaction. Looked like a glancing blow, but did a lot of damage.
Touch of hands, methodical pressure from Taylor. Left hand, right hand from Roberts, big left hand. Roberts off the canvas, throwing big, another right hand from Ryan Roberts. 30 seconds remaining, round 4. Huge left hand from Roberts.
Gee, man, these guys are tough. I cannot believe the shots both these guys are eating at this point.
You see the cut under Ryan Roberts' right eye. Taylor is cut under both eyes. Another right hand from Roberts. He did it off the back step. In the center circle, left hand. We move to the 5th and final round.
Roberts has had some clean, powerful shots. And Taylor just still on his feet.
Ryan Roberts versus Bobby Taylor, 5th and final round. It's been phenomenal through the opening 4 rounds here in the lightweight division. Taylor knocking down Roberts in round 1 and again in round number 4, but Ryan Roberts still very much in this fight.
Roberts feels like he has to get a knockdown to at least tie this fight up.
Again, these are 2 of the most powerful punchers in all of the BKFC lightweight division. I would say across the world of combat sports at 155 pounds. Bouncing the step of Roberts' right hand. There's that power on display, the right hand right back from Taylor. Clean right hand. Naked 2 and it landed flush.
And just look at Bobby Taylor walking up. This looks like he's been in the war. Hands down, colored face, blood all over his face.
1 minute remaining in this fight. To this point, it is a serious fight of the year candidate here in 2024. Right hand just off the mark for Bobby Taylor.
Get that exhaustion. And Bobby Taylor's got to keep those hands up.
Roberts trying to reset. Taylor coming forward, hard into the clinch. Defensive overhook from Taylor. Roberts continuing to throw. There's the separation from Brandon Pfannenstiel. Now 30 seconds remaining, final round. Taylor missing with the right hand. Good left hand on the entry from Ryan Roberts. Down the stretch now.
Roberts has got to end this with a throw. He's got to try and get this round. He's got to try and get a knockdown.
Roberts pulling back that left hand mid-flight. There is the bell. Phenomenal from both Ryan Roberts and Bobby Taylor.
Absolute war. Both guys exhausted at the end. Roberts still seemed to have a little bit more in the tank at the end, but except for 2 knockdowns. What an amazing fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just witnessed a surefire fight of the year candidate. Let's have a round of applause for these 2 amazing fighters. After completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges at ringside scored the fight 47-46, 48-46, and 47-46 to the winner by unanimous decision. ODB Taylor.
Ryan Roberts, Bobby Taylor going all out for the full 5 rounds. Taylor dropping Roberts in round 1 and again in round 4. The winner by way of unanimous decision, Bobby Taylor defeats Ryan Roberts.
Brace yourself for the world's most exciting combat sport. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is back on Friday, September 6th. In the main event, world champion Christine "Misfit" Ferea, one of the most feared women in combat sports, puts her title on the line against the #1 contender who doesn't know the meaning of fear, Jade Masson-Wong. Plus 11 other savage bare knuckle fights. Mark your calendar for September 6th and watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
Jeremy Stephens versus Jimmy Rivera.
And Sean, in this situation, you can see Stephens has a 5-inch height advantage, however, only a 1-inch reach advantage. So, in my opinion, Jimmy Rivera might even have the advantage here because when you can get inside with that reach, the taller opponent, you can land those overhands. It makes it harder for them to hit you. You're smaller. I think Rivera has the advantage with that being the shorter fighter.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Presented to you by Grunt Style Apparel. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears white, red, and blue. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. His official weight, 154.9 pounds. He is an MMA veteran of 28 fights and holds a BKFC record at 1-0 with 1 fight even. Fighting out of Ramsey, New Jersey, here is Jimmy "El Terror" Rivera. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 155.9 pounds. He is a true MMA veteran of 50 fights, and tonight makes his highly anticipated BKFC debut. Fighting out of San Diego, California, by way of Des Moines, Iowa. Here is Jeremy "Little Heathen" Stephens. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Jeremy Stephens told us, I'm ready for a quick start off from scratch from Jimmy Rivera. I have to be aware of early power punches. Round number 1, black trunks for Jeremy Stephens, white trunks for Jimmy Rivera. It's a very low open-chested stance for Rivera. Rivera to the body. Right stance in the hook jab for Jeremy Stephens. Stephens 5'9" to Rivera's 5'4". It's accentuated by the upright stance of Stephens and the crouch stance, the level changing stance of Rivera. Rivera level changing, but takes that left hook from Stephens. Snap jab from Jeremy Stephens. To the pocket, right back out.
That body work right there from Rivera showed it in his last couple fights.
See the hooks, body, head body from Jimmy Rivera. Hard entry from Stephens.
Right, step back clean, step back. Knuckle up!
Operation asked for and given from referee Andrew Glenn by Jeremy Stephens. Jimmy Rivera right back to it. Forward from the center circle comes Stephens. With the right hand, Rivera to the body.
I love that combination, a couple of the body and up to the head.
Stephens forward off the jab. Heavy feint from Rivera. Overhand right, left hand on the counter from Rivera. Stephens walking through it off the jab. 5 seconds remaining round number 1. Hard jab again from Stephens.
Rivera just seems so quick out there. Every time Stephens starts to throw a punch, he gets hit with a 2-punch combination, 3 punches.
Right hand misses from Stephens. Rivera with the left hand.
That one caught the attention right there of Rivera. Good job on tying up. He was a little hurt right there.
Getting the clinch from the overhook to break from Andrew Glenn right back to it. See Rivera targeting the body on these level changes, misses with the rear right uppercut. Back to the jab goes Stephens. Getting late here in round number 1. Big to Stevens on the walk down pressure. The right uppercut. On the jab, back into the clinch. The bell, we're through the opening round. Big exhale from Stevens as he comes up to scratch. Reposition on the scratch line by Andrew Glenn. Round number 2. They're circling out on the heavy feint. Double jab, then to the body goes Rivera. Stevens on the hook jab. Hard jab again from Jeremy Stevens. Stevens just missing with the downward 2. Get to the body, then to the head.
Great body work by Rivera.
Rivera finding that body early on of Jeremy Stevens. To his credit, Stevens taking those shots exceedingly well. Stevens continuing to come forward and get to the body with the right hook. Now into the clinch, Jimmy Rivera.
Let's go fake 3-2. Fake 3-2.
Rivera staying on the outside. Stevens mirroring the hips.
Just waiting for his time to get inside and land those hard shots.
The jab entry again from Rivera.
Rivera's throwing that double jab, but he's looking to kill the body with that right hand.
Into the body, that was hard to the sternum.
That one looked like it might have actually caught the attention of Jimmy Stevens.
Into the body, head. Sarah hooking the body, hooking the head. 45 seconds remaining, round number 2. Stevens still with his forward pressure, still trying to mirror the hips, cut off the ring. Heavy feints from Stevens. More body work, right hand. Rivera circling out again. Chris Rivera continues to time his entries, hooking the body of Jeremy Stevens.
That's exactly what you need to do in that situation. Smaller fighter right there, he's setting up. Oh, once again, got his attention cut right there. You can tell who the more heavy-handed fighter is. Every time Stevens lands a clean shot, he does damage.
Right hand to the head, rear right uppercut from Rivera. Stevens again forward overhand right. Stevens continues to walk forward off the jab right hand from Jeremy Stevens. Into the clinch, short right hand, another right hand just before the bell that ends. Round number 2. Round number 3 underway. Feint from Stevens. Stevens now with the jab. And you see Rivera staying outside, lands the right hand on the step in. Rivera continually trying to time his entries, hooking the body, then the head, then back out. To the inside, double jab to the body. Stevens circles that resets. Now Stevens coming forward on the 2.
You see a lot more being thrown and landed right now for Rivera.
Rivera cut, outsiders right back, the uppercut from the halftime club, and down goes Jimmy Rivera.
There's that power difference we talked about. Rivera has to fight perfect. His eye is cut back.
7, 8. You good? You good? You want to fight? You see your hands. Step over here. Now come on.
You see that deep cut. Jimmy Rivera telling Andrew Glenn he wants to continue. We'll see how hard Jeremy Stevens now goes for the finish. 65 seconds remaining, round 3.
Rivera better have a sense of urgency right now because that eye might be a problem if he gets past his round.
Stevens masterful, hitting the knockdown from just his position at half-time plug.
Watch the back of the head. Watch the back of the head, Jeremy.
Andrew Glenn telling Jeremy Stevens, watch the punches to the back of Rivera's head. Soft warning in referee speak.
Rivera better try to get in there and do some damage right now.
More forward pressure from Jeremy Stevens. On the 1-2, stiff jab. On the hook from Stevens, out of the body to the head goes Rivera. 30 seconds remaining, round 3. Rivera off the canvas. Big right hook to the body of Jeremy Stevens. Rivera trying to pull himself right back into this fight here in round number 3. Getting late in the 3rd round. Short right hands again from the underhook. There's a separation from Andrew Glenn. That time warning both fighters. Watch punches to the back of the head. Short right hand in the clinch from Stevens. We move to round 4.
That's a nasty cut. Let's hope they can get that stopped. The referees can let this go because, I mean, you have to think this is tied at 2 right now.
Let's go. We need you to pick it up this round, okay?
That's a bad cut there,
He cut
Sean.
you a
I
little
don't
bit,
think they're
but
gonna
he's
let
not
it go.
beating you.
Let's hope
You're
I'm
better
wrong.
than this guy. Get out there and fucking throw some shit at him, okay? 1-1-2 right down the middle. Guarantee that right hand hit, okay? But quick 1-1-2. Hey, he's open for it. Everything, you're throwing everything around. Let's go right down.
You stay big. He's just gonna try and jerk a big hook, a big overhead. Okay? Hey, 1-1-2. Keep firing 2. Can't see on the left side. We keep going. Okay, we're gonna keep going. All right.
Hey, when you're on rhythm, it's game over. If you hear me, you're on rhythm, bud. You're on rhythm. Just go. Get going, bro. Get going, bro.
And here's all it was, this tie clip, tie plum, uppercut right there, punch to the eye. That's all it took, that one punch to the eye.
Stay over there.
Medical timeout. Here's the medical assessment. Deep cut outside of Jimmy Rivera's left eye. Outside, indeed, in the lid. This fight is over. Knew it. And the win in his BKFC debut for Jeremy Stephens.
That was just a nasty cut. Unfortunate, because I felt like that fight was probably tied.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of our ringside physician, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, steps in and calls a stop to this fight at the conclusion of round number 3. For your winner, by TKO, Jeremy Lil Heathen Stephens.
And Stephens is here to do damage, Sean. He has full belief in his power. Feels like this is a sport for him. He has a lot left in him, and he just proved it tonight, Sean.
2 A-listers from the UFC and the BKFC. The knockdown in round number 3 from the half tie plum that really opened up the cut, and that leads to the finish. The winner, by way of 3rd round TKO due to physician stoppage, Jeremy Stephens defeats Jimmy Rivera.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
A story as old as time.
Into the pocket, right hand knockdown number 2.
A new hungry generation of talent, reaching the pinnacle of a sport, then going head-to-head with a legend
And that is it.
who's eager to continue their dominance.
And still.
The most vicious striker in women's BKFC history.
That right there, Sean, I'm telling you, there's just a difference when Ferea hits you.
Christine Misfit Ferea aims to keep her throne and decimate yet another title challenger in the process. While Ferea has ruled the BKFC women's flyweight division, a new generation of talent has been forged in the fire. Leading the charge is the heavy-handed Jade Masson-Wong. Coming off 2 dominant victories, Masson-Wong looks to shock the world, cementing her legacy.
Masson-Wong with the jab.
Right hand again, I think it kind of popped over a little bit. Blood is coming out now.
2 of the most ruthless finishers in BKFC will finally toe the line, with the women's flyweight title in the balance. This is BKFC 65, Unwrapped.
From inside the Mississippi Coliseum here in Biloxi, Mississippi, we are extremely excited that you could be a part of the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships number 3.
It's the bell in round number 1. Both fighters stepping forward immediately.
With a historic career dating back to BKFC 3, Christine Ferea has been a mainstay atop the female flyweight division for over half a decade.
Big uppercut. Best sequence offensively for Ferea in this fight. Now turning on the pressure. Down goes Jennifer Tate.
She's hurt bad.
Christine, the Misfit Ferea.
No stranger to the dispatching of hungry challengers, Misfit believes the world will see the best version of her on September 6th in Salt Lake City.
Everybody wants to doubt. Everybody wants to say, oh, this might be the one. When I come there September 6th, I am beating the shit out of this girl. From bell to bell, it doesn't matter if I get dropped, if I get hit, if I get cut, I'm getting up and I'm going to beat the shit out of Jade. And she's gonna find out what it's like to go up against elite, the best in the whole fucking world. The fans are excited to watch me and Jade fight because they know I'm a dog and they think she's a dog. People already know what I come to do. They know the violence I bring. They know that I don't play. They know that when I go in there, blood is gonna be shed and they know someone's gonna get put out. Period. No matter what. That's why people want to see this fight, because they know what is coming. It's gonna be violence from round 1 to whatever round that she lasts.
Canada is home to one of the most ruthless title challengers in recent history. One of the few women that can rival Ferea's one-shot power. Jade Masson-Wong's brutal finishing ability has been on display in her 2 most recent victories. Believing she's the new generation of BKFC fighters, she aims to start her reign as champion at BKFC 65.
It means for me a lot, and I'm really proud to have this opportunity to fight for the championship fight. And I think I've put the Canada on the maps with the bare knuckle, with this sport. So I'm the representative of the sport here, and I'm really proud of that. And I'm gonna bring back home the belt.
Here is Jade Masson-Wong.
Masson-Wong right back to the inside.
Both of them are not scared. They're both getting in there and they're going at it, and I love that.
There's the left hand that counter from Sept. Right hand from Masson-Wong, another right hand. Both fighters continuing to throw in the pocket and in the clinch.
For this fight, I'm ready for everything. First round or 5 rounds, I'm really good prepared. I'm ready to die in the ring, so I hope she's ready too, because I'm gonna give her a hard time. All my work is done. I don't care about if I have to finish all blood or everything. Me, I really don't care. I will never give up.
Short right hands, exit right hand from Masson-Wong, another right hand.
I just know that there's the young up-and-comers that want my spot. I know there's a lot of hungry people out there that want what I have. I'm not gonna let anybody take my position until I'm finished. There's a lot of people that want to be number 1, that want to be the champion. They're good, but I can't let my position of being comfortable. I'm thinking, oh, I'm the champ and I got all this around me, because it could be taken just like that. One punch, especially in bare knuckle, if they catch me with one shot and they cut me, I'm done. Or if they catch me with one shot and they put me out, I'm done.
Still, baby. Still. Hard work, dedication. Hard work, dedication. That's all it takes. Hard work, dedication. Believe in yourself. Don't give up no matter how hard it gets. That's all you gotta do. Unbelievable. How much we have inside. I love this. Bare knuckle is my love.
Me and Christine, fans want to see it, and they want to see it maybe since the last year, because we are both aggressive, we are not scared, we put pressure, and it's going to be a big war for sure. I think I've got the knockout punch that the other girls doesn't have, so, and I'm quick. I'm not afraid of her. I just have to be smart and not be in the dangerous zone where she's good. And physically, I'm really strong, so she's gonna feel it when she's gonna have the first punch in the face.
Masson-Wong with the jab. Time called again by Andrew Glenn. It's because the mouse has indeed popped.
Yeah, it's gushing blood right now. Underneath the eye should be. Oh, geez.
This fight is over.
Man, I just can't believe she's towing the line with me, thinking that she could take what's mine. I give a lot to the people, to the women that are towing the line with me, because I wouldn't want to face me. I know standing up against someone with my tenacity and And what I have inside of me, I don't understand how anybody even signs the contract.
Big shots, there's the uppercut, power on the inside, and down goes Taylor Starling.
She quit, I think.
I've beaten Beck Rawlings, I've handled Britain Hart, I literally made Taylor Starling cry running out of the ring. Jade's next. I'm about to put another blonde hair, OnlyFans girl to sleep.
Knuckle Fighting Championship is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Salt Lake City, Utah, city steeped in history, nestled between the picturesque Rocky Mountains and the Great Salt Lake. Tonight, the baddest athletes on the planet are back at SLC, ready again to turn the Maverik Center upside down. We will start in the preview. Yes, this is just what you need to start your Friday night off right. 3 fights, 100% free, getting you primed and ready for tonight's championship main card. Later tonight in your co-main event, how about the return of Jeremy Little, Heathen Stevens, who debuted here back in December. He matches up with Tough as Nails ODB Bobby Taylor out of Tennessee. Both men don't quit and certainly don't hold back. Buckle up. And in our main event of BKFC 65, the BKFC Women's Flyweight Championship up for grabs. Champion Christine Ferea has cleaned out the division, except for one. Jade Masson-Wong. It's a clash for the ages in the women's division, and it happens tonight. And welcome to the Maverik Center and welcome to BKFC 65. What a night it is going to be here in Salt Lake. Now, last time we were here in Utah was last December, and that was a monumental moment for the company. We crowned our first ever King of Violence as Mike Perry beat Eddie Alvarez in an epic clash. But folks, tonight, you could say that the uncrowned Queen of Violence is Christine Ferea, and she's matched up with the challenge of a lifetime against Jade Masson-Wong. It all happens here tonight. What a great event here in Salt Lake City. Yes, indeed, folks. We got to talk about how you can get signed up for the entire card. It's $7.99 on the BKFC app. It's on any app store. And the good thing about it, you can stream it to any of your devices, including your television. Of course, you will get tonight's full event. You'll get next week in Hollywood, Florida for BKFC 66. 2 big events for $7.99. All the archive footage you would want and all of our exclusive video content as well. It's on the BKFC app. So, with that being said, let's talk about these fights. So let's bring in our commentary team of Sean Willock and Chris Lytle. Gentlemen, when we talk about this main event, it is a big one. We've showered a lot of praise on Christine Ferea. 3 title defenses here, but Jade Masson-Wong may have all the attributes, all the ingredients to get it done tonight.
Cyrus, these aren't just 2 of the best female fighters in all of BKFC. These are the 2 of the best fighters, full stop, in all of BKFC. You mentioned 3 consecutive successful title defenses for the champion of BKFC women's 125-pound division, Christine Ferea. Add to that 6 straight wins. Jade Masson-Wong, Chris, 2 consecutive wins entering this world title fight, and she has shown phenomenal power at 125 pounds.
And that is the thing. Ferea has shown power, precision, accuracy. She's good all around, but she hasn't dealt with somebody like Wong. Wong comes in with those overhand rights, those power shots, and when she hits people, she hurts them.
That's in the main event tonight. Chris, I'm going to stay with you because I know you know a little bit about this. Let's talk about the odds. Let's talk about the gambling. If somebody wants to lay some money down on Kurgo, what are some of the odds that are interesting to you?
A lot of great action right here, a lot of good. I'm actually going to do something I don't normally do. Pick the underdog. Brian McDowell at plus 187. I love that bet.
No doubt about it. If you're going to make a bet, make it on Kurgo. Folks, let's take a look at the rules of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. All fights scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. Fights are scored by 3 judges on a 10-point must system. Hand wraps must be at least 1 inch below the bare knuckles. Punching in the clinch allowed. No 3 knockdown rule. No being saved by the bell in any round. No kicks, knees, elbows, takedowns, or submissions. And now let's go to your first tell of the tape. Brought to you by Bucked Up.
We open tonight in the welterweight division. Brendan Hansvick versus Troy Dennison.
A strange one here, Sean. We have Troy Dennison with a 4-inch height advantage. That's massive. However, an 1.5 inch reach disadvantage for Dennison. He wants to keep his opponent long still to make sure he makes him pay to try and get inside.
Troy Dennison set for fight number 2 in BKFC. He's also had 16 pro MMA bouts. In our fighter meeting, Troy Dennison told us that he is extremely focused in this, his second bout in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, on head movement. He said, I also want to use parries, and I want to use movement rather than just blocking punches.
Well, he has to be smarter this fight. He learned so much from the first time. He wants to make sure he's doing exactly what he wants to do. Stay long, stay outside. He knows his opponent wants to come in. He's got to time him when he does and make him pay.
Dennison also told us, I want a very fast start to this fight off of scratch. I'm going to steadily walk down my opponent in this welterweight bout, Brandon Hansvick. Of Hansvick, Dennison said, I think he's going to use heavy forward pressure and try to establish the clinch. Therefore, I have to time punches well on his hard entries.
As he tries to get in and grab that clinch, he's really going to dig to the body. Feels like he can dominate in that area. He says he's promising this fight's not going past 2 rounds, Sean.
Brandon Hansvick, set for his BKFC debut. Hansvick has had 9 professional mixed martial arts bouts. He told us in our fighter meeting, I want to get to the inside and brawl. Hansvick said, I am very focused on having an entertaining fight. Of his opponent, Troy Dennison, Hansvick said, my only real concern is Dennison's reach advantage. Hansvick said, I know I can break Troy Dennison with consistent volume, pressure, and speed.
Well, one thing he said that I really love, he's doing this because of his daughter. Down syndrome awareness really makes me want him to do well, but the main thing, he's got to get in and fight his fight, and that is be the wrestler, get inside, pressure, brawl, turn this into a dirty, nasty fight.
Hansvick said, I've got to put my opponent, Troy Dennison, against the ropes quickly, work to the clinch, uppercuts and overhands on the inside.
Volume, dealing with that reach, utilizing that clinch, that is going to be his key to get a victory.
BKFC 65, we are back in Utah. To get our evening started, we send it to Jeff Houston.
Hello, hello, hello! Salt Lake City! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Maverik Center here in beautiful Salt Lake City, Utah. And welcome back to the most extreme and the most exciting combat sport on planet Earth today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BKFC 65! We are set for our opening fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division, presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears red, white, and black. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 161.6 pounds. Tonight he toes the line for the second time. Fighting out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Here is Troy, the Terror, Dennison. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black, blue, and yellow. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, 160.7 pounds. His MMA record stands at 9 fights, and tonight he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Hurricane, Utah. Here is Brandon, the Downs Warrior, Hansvick. And our referee in charge of the action, Nick Behrens.
Troy Dennison told us, I have to be aggressive. I cannot hesitate on throwing power punches.
All right, gentlemen, let's go ahead and
Two Utah-based fighters here in their home state. Brandon Hansvick versus Troy Dennison. The bell, round number 1. Fast start off from scratch for Troy Dennison. He's in the red trunks, black trunks for Brandon Hansvick. Big left hand. Fast start from Dennison.
Dennison has that confidence from having one bare knuckle fight. He's coming in throwing hard left hands.
The separation from Nick Behrens. Right back to it, right back to it. Goes Dennison with the left hand, another left hand. Hansvick trying to reset off the right hand.
Hansvick has got to follow his game plan and get inside and tie his opponent up. He can't trade.
There's the hard underhook, snatched by Troy Dennison. Inactive clinch, the separation from Behrens.
Dennison has just got to be careful not to punch himself out. He's got to throw those.
Another counter left hand, and down goes Troy Dennison against the flow of this fight.
Dennison has got to be very careful. His legs are still a little wobbly. We're only a minute Not even a minute in this round. You can't just trade punches. Oh!
Whoa! Baron stops this fight, and the cut from behind win for Brendan Hansvick, just like that.
He stumbled back. That was what that was caused from. Wow, unbelievable. I mean, Dennison was landing hard shots. I thought he was going to get a knockdown any second. Unbelievable comeback for Hansvick. Didn't see that coming. How that fight was going. Wow.
Troy Dennison told us in our fighter meeting, I want a fast start. He had a fast start, bombing the left hands to the head of Brendan Hansvick off of scratch. Dennison, a very strong round number one. He was caught and dropped by Hansvick's left hand. Nick Barron saw the stagger after Dennison was up on the mandatory 8 count, and that's the win for Brendan Hansvick in his BKFC debut.
And here's the knockdown, just Dennison coming in the whole time, left himself open for that counter right hand. Through the hard left. And I think he tried to get up too quick. Sometimes you need to take that 8 count. Thought he was going to win, all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
Total change of direction.
Scott, you got that TKO?
All it takes, bare knuckle, one punch.
51 seconds.
As you're winning, you got to be careful. Everybody, when they're hurt, they're dangerous.
A great start to this welterweight fight for Troy Dennison, and a phenomenal finish in this welterweight fight by the victor, Brendan Hansvick. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Nick Barons, calls a stop to this fight at 51 seconds into round number one. For your winner by TKO, Brendan, the Downs Warrior, Hansvick.
Phenomenal comeback for Hansvick. He showed his ability to take a punch and still come out and throw hard shots and land them. Great victory.
Brendan Hansvick made it clear in our fighter meeting, I want to win, certainly, but I also want an entertaining fight. He got his win in his BKFC debut, and he did it in an extremely entertaining fashion. The right hand, and that's the game, set, match moment. The winner, by way of first round TKO, Brendan Hansvick defeats Troy Dennison.
Friday, September 13th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns to Hollywood at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hard Rock Live. In the main event, the undefeated Cuban sensation Alberto Indio Blas puts his bantamweight title on the line for the very first time against the unbeaten number 2 contender, Royal Ryan Reaver, who's ready to claim his crown. Plus a stacked card with many more bare knuckle scraps. Watch the world's most exciting combat sport live. Get your tickets at BKFC.com. Saturday, October 12th, for the first time ever, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship comes to Spain. In the main event, Franco Tenaglia and Tony Loco Soto, 2 unbeaten warriors, knuckle up with the vacant lightweight championship of the world hanging in the balance. Also, Rico Bonbon Franco is on a mission to topple former pro boxing champ and reigning BKFC welterweight king, the undefeated Austin No Doubt Trout. Watch the world's most exciting combat sport live on the BKFC app. Download it at BKFC.com.
To the cruiserweight division we go. Our tale of the tape is presented by OnlyFans for Zach Cavender versus Connor Bracken.
And Cavender, huge for this weight class, 6'5" with an 81-inch wingspan. That's 5 inches longer than his opponent. He wants to utilize that, stay outside, make Bracken pay every time he tries to get close.
Connor Bracken set for his BKFC debut. He has had 8 combined bouts across kickboxing, Muay Thai, and the hybrid rules striking sport, karate combat. Bracken told us in our fighter meeting that he feels that his cardio is his best asset as a professional fighter. Bracken said, my cardio allows me to have constant aggression, constant high volume. Connor Bracken made it clear to us, Chris, I will not take a backward step in this fight.
Well, he's going to lower his stance a little bit. This is a different sport. Get in there, be heavier on the legs so we can throw more power. He has to utilize head movement angles to get in, but the main thing he has to utilize is superior timing.
Of his opponent in this cruiserweight bout, Zach Cavender, and again, Cavender 6'5" to Bracken 6'1". Bracken said, I feel that if I can get inside of Cavender's reach, I will absolutely take control of this fight. And once I'm on the inside, I'm going to stay on the inside.
But I like what he said. He has to find a way to get inside. He wants to get in position, make his opponent throw punches, and then counter his way in.
Zach Cavender now set for fight number 1 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He is the veteran of 8 pro MMA bouts. Cavender told us he feels that he is a natural-born finisher as a fighter. Cavender said, I'm going to establish my counters and then slowly and consistently turn up the pressure on my opponent, Conor Bracken. I'm going to fully utilize my reach advantage, constant jabs, heavy twos from the outside.
He knows he has power in both hands, and being a southpaw, he wants to throw that straight left, throw that right hook. Has to be aggressive, but not overly aggressive. Stay in his position, stay long, stay right at the end of his punches, and he has to make sure he doesn't turn this into a brawl.
Cavender also said, I know that my opponent, Conor Bracken, is going to be aggressive. I have to stay composed. I cannot get overwhelmed by his early pressure.
Well, he knows it's going to be early pressure. He wants to deal with that right at the beginning, not let that overwhelm him. Let this fight go some distance, and his cardio is going to take over, and he's going to dominate.
Back to the ring, and Jeff Houston.
Fight fans of Salt Lake City, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the Cruiserweight division, presented to you by OnlyFans. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and red. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. His official weight, 205.2 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 8 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of San Francisco, California, here is Conor Bracken. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears gray and black. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall. His official weight, 204.7 pounds. His MMA record stands at 8 fights, and tonight he also makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, here is Zach Cavender. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Zach Cavender said, I believe in my power in both hands. I can throw that power from the outside, but what I cannot do is get pulled into a brawl. Round number 1. Great trunks for Zach Cavender, black trunks for Conor Bracken. Good left hand on the inside from Bracken. Hands high coming forward, trying to get inside the reach of Zach Cavender. Cavender on the outside with the 1-2 from the southpaw stance. Bracken already mirroring the hips of Cavender, trying to cut the BKFC ring. The overhand right, straight punches from the outside from Cavender. On the counter, there's the rear right uppercut from and that drops Conor Bracken.
Beautiful left hand, landed right on the button. I'm really impressed that Bracken got up that quick.
8, you good?
Mandatory count given to Bracken by Andrew Glenn.
Knuckle up!
Let's see how hard Cavender tries to step on the gas and finish this fight right now.
Both fighters in the center circle.
That's all she wrote.
We are done, and the win, just like that, for Zach Cavender.
And you can tell the way Bracken fell. There's no way they're gonna let that. He fell like a sack of potatoes. It's hard. Wow, that was a beautiful left hand by Cavender.
You are with us live from Maverik Center as we are back in Utah for BKFC 65, presented commercial-free by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
Sean, the fighters came to fight tonight. They're putting it on the line. People are coming to get the knockouts. I don't know what Feldman told them. I'm giving everybody bonus. He said something because people are coming. Look at this beautiful left hand. Oh, light on the button. That was a beautiful left hook.
Thank you.
You're not going to get a better left hand than that. And I was really impressed. Bracken took that well. He got knocked down, but he got right back up. And then this was the end. Just a beautiful counter. You see the way Lavender rolled back with that left side, waited for his opponent to throw. And that's textbook. That's exactly what you want to do in fighting. Roll back, let that punch, and he hit him again on the way down.
Chris, I've talked about this many times on our BKFC broadcast. The great Big John McCarthy, who I know is watching BKFC at home live tonight in Tennessee, teaches in his referee seminars for MMA. Watch how a fighter falls. Referee Andrew Glenn watched how Conor Bracken fell. Did not even start his count, waved off the fight. There was no reason to go through the histrionics of a count. This fight was done on that beautiful, clean left hand from Zach Cavender.
But Zach Cavender, he had to deal with some adversity. Look, he's cut over his eye. He got hit. He got hit hard early. I thought that might have taken him back a little bit. It did not. It didn't deter him one bit. He kept throwing. He kept bombing. He landed those left hands.
Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, calls a stop to this fight at 53 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by KO, Zach Cavender.
Let's go! Great length, great reach, great size, and great power for Cavender. Can't wait to see this guy fight for us again. Man, he could be a problem.
BKFC debut for both men. Conor Bracken did some very good things on the inside. You see the slice on the right side of Zach Cavender's face, but Zach Cavender told us he believed in his power. He showed his dominant power. 2 knockdowns to the KO. Victorious by way of first-round knockout, Zach Cavender defeats Conor Bracken.
Friday, September 13th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns to Hollywood at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino inside Hard Rock Live. In the main event, the undefeated Cuban sensation Alberto Indio Blas puts his bantamweight title on the line for the very first time against the unbeaten number 2 contender, Royal Ryan Reaver, who's ready to claim his crown. Plus a stacked card with many more bare knuckle scraps. Watch the world's most exciting combat sport live. Get your tickets at BKFC.com. Saturday, October 12th, for the first time ever, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship comes to Spain. In the main event, Franco Tenaglia and Tony Loco Soto, 2 unbeaten warriors, knuckle up with the vacant lightweight championship of the world hanging in the balance. Also, Rico Bonbon Franco is on a mission to topple former pro boxing champ and reigning BKFC welterweight king, the undefeated Austin No Doubt Trout. Watch the world's most exciting combat sport live on the BKFC app. Download it at BKFC.com.
And we are live from the Maverik Center in Salt Lake City. BKFC 65, brought to you by Bucked Up, OnlyFans, Grunt Style Apparel, and Forged Irish Stout. Yes, indeed, Salt Lake City. And folks, we started off the broadcast with 2 massive knockouts right here. Incredible stuff here. Let's take a look right down the middle. A nice back and forth there in the opening matchup. And then Zach Cavender. Whoa, did he load up that left hand? You could hear that smack reverberate all throughout the Maverik Center. There was a hush among the crowd. Take a look again. I mean, my goodness. Listen, this is why you come here. This is why you jump in on the preview, and this is why you purchase the entire show, the entire main card, that incredible main event on the BKFC app. It's so easy. So easy. Even a caveman can do it. We might get sued for that. $7.99 to get the rest of this incredible event, including the championship main event, Ferea and Masson-Wong. You're also going to get next week in Hollywood, Florida. For $7.99, you will get tonight, and you'll get next week in Hollywood, Florida, BKFC 66 with the bantamweight title on the line. Get all the archives. It's a lot to be excited about. There it is. We're going to be back there at the Seminole Hard Rock. The big guitar there in South Florida. That's where it's going to be at. Always a huge fight night. Always a huge party at the Hard Rock. September 13th. Blas and Rivera on top of the card. There's a lot of hype about us making our way across the pond and heading to Spain. Marbella, Spain. beautiful right there on the Mediterranean. It is going to be October 12th. 3 title fights are on this card. Tenaglia Soto for the lightweight title. Trout Franco for the welterweight title. And Dave Mundell is defending his title as well against Danny Christie. It all happens in Marbella in a bullfighting ring. Are you kidding me? October 12th, you got to be a part of history. I do believe there might be a notorious Conor McGregor may be in attendance as well. Now, folks, another thing you can pick up on the app, well, of course, we're talking about the award-winning, incredible Bare Knuckle Show with Brian Socha shooting the t-shirt gun. What? Yeah, don't worry about it. Just a t-shirt gun. Getting the fans riled up here. They're still filing in here, still early here in Salt Lake City. It is going to be an epic night. Look at this guy, the Bare Knuckle Show every Tuesday. You got to love it. 12:05 Eastern Standard Time on the BKFC app. You never know what stars are going to show up. You're usually going to get President David Feldman, Broken Brandon. You're going to get everybody. Get the whole gang. That's the Bare Knuckle Show with Brian Socha every Tuesday, 12:05, right there on the BKFC app. It's the one-stop shop. You can pick up tickets there. You can get merchandise there. It's all right there on the BKFC app. Get it right now, $7.99, and you are in like Flynn. You're watching the entire show tonight here from Salt Lake City. All right, let's take a look. It is our OnlyFans exclusive look. There he is, ODB. Bobby Taylor, the grizzled veteran, 46 years old, and he keeps cranking them out. What a fight he is going to have tonight here in Salt Lake City. Time and time again, Bobby Taylor shows up, and he's in classic fights. We're talking about back and forth action with Bobby Taylor anytime he's on the card. But he has got a tough opponent here. A guy that is absolutely explosive. That man from earlier tonight, OnlyFans exclusive look, that's Jeremy Lil Heathen Stevens. Yes, he is back looking to go 2-0. Had a great debut against Jimmy Rivera in this very arena, and he is lightning focused. He sees a whole nother career, a whole nother arc to his career here at BKFC. Getting a win over Bobby Taylor would most definitely put him on the right path to a championship. Scan the QR code right there. It's right there on your screen. Use your phone, scan the QR code, get locked in, get the app, and get yourself a part of this incredible night. BKFC 65 here in Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City is absolutely excited, electrified. They are ready for more fights. They want more blood. They want more knockouts. We are giving it to you tonight, folks. Let's get to our next bout and our next Tale of the Tape.
At 205 pounds, Ben Robinson versus David Sanchez. You see the numbers? They are presented by Forge Irish Scouts.
So an extremely even tail to tape. Both guys 6 foot tall, a half-inch difference in reach. Everything very similar. It's not going to be about tail tape. Who can implement the game plan, solve the distance? That's who's going to win this fight.
This is fight number 1 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship for David Sanchez. He has had 6 pro boxing bouts. David Sanchez told us, my philosophy as a fighter is if I can't outbox my opponent, then I will most definitely outbrawl my opponent. Sanchez also said, I want to stay long. I believe that I have knockout power in both hands, and I will continue to circle to the left of my opponent in this cruiserweight bout. Ben Robinson looking to land the big punch.
He has to keep his opponent right at the end of his punch. Doesn't want to let him get inside at all. And he's right where he wants to land those shots, making the opponent try and get close. He wants to make sure he turns this into a brawl. He feels like that's where he's really good. He's in there, mixing up, throwing hard shots. Knows he has power in both ends, but he's got to land those shots.
Our fight odds are presented by Kurgo, the official betting partner of BKFC. BKFC bout number 1 for Ben Robinson. He has had 15 pro MMA fights. Robinson told us in our fighter meeting, I'm going to utilize heavy pressure early in this fight to establish myself on the inside, and then I'm going to be very creative with my punches on the inside, Robinson told us.
Robinson also said, I want to fully utilize the clinch against my opponent, David Sanchez, and I'm going to be extremely physical with my clinch.
He's heavy-handed, so he wants to be the bully. In there, push him around, beat him up. Wants to make this a rough, dirty fight. He's got to utilize head movement to get inside, throw punches to get inside. That's the key. If he gets inside and closes this gap, he's going to win the fight.
Ben Robinson also told us, I am most definitely willing to take punches to get to the inside. I need to get my opponent, David Sanchez, against the ropes. I feel that I will be the stronger fighter physically and mentally.
Use a lot of right hand, right hooks, straight lefts, uppercuts. He really wants to target that body on his opponent.
Once again, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the Cruiserweight division. Presented to you by Forged Irish Stout. Not here to take part, here to take over. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears blue trimmed in white and black. He stands an even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 188.8 pounds. He holds a pro boxing record of 6 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of West Valley, Utah. Here is David the Sandman Sanchez. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands an even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 189.9 pounds. His MMA record stands at 15 fights, and tonight he also makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Vernal, Utah. Here is Ben, the Dangerous Gentleman Robinson. And our referee in charge of the action, Dave Selustad.
David Sanchez told us it's just this simple. I'm either going to knock out Ben Robinson or I'm going to get knocked out trying. Dave Selustad bringing both fighters up to scratch. Round number 1. Black trunks for Ben Robinson. Blue trunks for David Sanchez. Big shots. Hard swings on the right hand. David Sanchez going all out for the first round finish. He might get it here. And he does. Just like that. Victory in his BKFC debut for David Sanchez.
Unbelievable. I never saw that coming. I mean, especially the way it started. Ben Robinson came out throwing hard shots. Wow. Never saw that fight going that way. So fast. Just took one hard shot. David Sanchez landed it. And he continued to land it. We can watch the whole fight. That's all it took. After that left hook landed, Ben Robinson didn't know where he was. He's trying to react. Only thing he could have done was taken a knee and tried to recover, but he was hurt.
Fighters of all weights often tell us in our fighter meetings, Chris, I have knockout power in both hands. David Sanchez told us that. He does have knockout power in both hands.
But when you land a clean shot in that manner, it doesn't take much. That landed perfectly, it landed flush. That was very impressive for David Sanchez.
Ben Robinson showed huge heart, standing, taking massive shots, but the onslaught of left hands on the inside. Robinson finally down. Great timing on the stoppage by Dave Selustad, and phenomenal in victory in his BKFC debut for David Sanchez.
You can see the look of disappointment in Ben Robinson. He was highly confident coming in this bout.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Dave Selustad, steps in and calls a stop to the fight at 12 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by KO, David the Sandman Sanchez.
And we see how he got that nickname, the Sand People, putting people to sleep just like he did tonight, Show.
In 12 seconds, David Sanchez was cut under his right eye, and he knocked out Ben Robinson. Right hands got in there with power, but the left hand had phenomenal power. The winner by way of first round knockout in 12 seconds of round number 1, David Sanchez defeats Ben Robinson.
Friday, September 13th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns to Hollywood at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino inside Hard Rock Live. In the main event, the undefeated Cuban sensation Alberto Indio Blas puts his bantamweight title on the line for the very first time against the unbeaten number 2 contender, Royal Ryan Reber, who's ready to claim his crown. Plus a stacked card with many more bare knuckle scraps. Watch the world's most exciting combat sport live. Get your tickets at BKFC.com. Saturday, October 12th, for the first time ever, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship comes to Spain. In the main event, Franco Tenaglia and Tony Loco Soto, 2 unbeaten warriors, knuckle up with the vacant lightweight championship of the world hanging in the balance. Also, Rico Bonbon Franco is on a mission to topple former pro boxing champ and reigning BKFC welterweight king, the undefeated Austin No Doubt Trout. Watch the world's most exciting combat sport live on the BKFC app. Download it at BKFC.com.
Wow, there we go again. You want knockouts, right? We give you knockouts here in the BKFC, and the fans here in Salt Lake are getting a treat. 3 first-round finishes. That is what you come to the BKFC for. That's why you turn on the BKFC, and what a preview it has been for you at home. Now, folks, that means you need to be a part of the entire night, because if the first 3 fights are going to be that way, you can expect with the heavy hitters that we have on this card, you're going to get even more knockouts, even more blood, even more finishes, all here, folks. QR code is right there on the screen. Take a look right there. Scan that bad boy as we speak and be a part of it. Don't scan me. You don't want none of that. That being said, scan the QR code, get the app, and get the rest of this event. Because, you know, on the BKFC app, there's a lot that you get bang for your buck for $7.99, including next week and then going forward when we get into the month of October. What about BKFC going back to Denver? So many great, incredible moments have happened in Denver, and it's looking to happen again. Chris Camozzi has fought his way to an opportunity against Sawyer DP, the working man's champ right there, folks. This is the vacant cruiserweight title. It's up for grabs. Camozzi being the hometown boy, DP coming down from Montana. It is going to be an absolute brawl. Now listen, most of the time, Sosha gets the honors. They always hand it over to Brian Sosha. I don't get to shoot the T-shirt gun. I don't get to do the real crazy fun stuff, get to make the big announcements. You know what? I'm going rogue. Let's make some announcements here. A big announcement coming up in November. We are going right back to the UK, where we have had some great memories, some great shows. This time going to the fighting city of Newcastle. Great city, great fight city, and we're going back to the UK. November 2nd at the Utilita Arena in Newcastle. It is going to be one to remember. Excited to kick off our November schedule. The rest of the year is going to be bonkers. Of course, you can expect all kind of announcements on our social media, on the Bare Knuckle Show with Brian Sosha. I don't get to make all of them, but it is all right there on the app. I like making announcements. It feels kind of good. I should hijack that show, too. Just take a plane up to Philly and hijack it. $7.99 is going to get you the all-access pass on the BKFC app, so you get the rest of the show tonight. You still got time to get in and get the rest of BKFC 65, including that blockbuster main event, Christine Ferea and Jade Masson-Wong, including the co-main event, Jeremy Stevens taking on Bobby Taylor. That happens tonight here in Salt Lake. And folks, we have a fully loaded main card as well. It's gonna knock your socks off. Lots of finishes. Let's take a look. OnlyFans exclusive look at the aforementioned champion. I call her the uncrowned queen of violence. And who is going to dispute that? Christine Ferea, world flyweight champion, making her way into the arena earlier this evening. She is lightning focused, ready to take on anybody that stands in her way, including Jade Masson-Wong. You saw the heated weigh-ins. No love lost between these opponents. Speaking of Canada's own, Jade Masson-Wong. What a character, what a fighter. 3 fights in a row. Last fight out, absolutely destroyed Gabrielle Roman. She has her eyes locked in on that championship. Jade Masson-Wong taking on Christine Ferea tonight here in Salt Lake City in our incredible main event. So, folks, there it is. I've laid it all out here for you. A lot of reasons to check out our incredible event tonight here in Salt Lake City. Now let's bring in our commentary team, Sean Wheelock and Chris Lido. I know we got McDonald and McDowell a little bit later. I know you're very excited about it. It's on the main card. And listen, folks, if you're watching on the preview, if you tune into the main card, you'll get all kinds of Coming to America jokes. There might be 5, 6, 7 different references between Chris and Sean. They have a lot loaded up. Gentlemen, you ready for that one?
We might let our soul glow on that fight. In fact, Chris, it's Mighty Sharp. That's 2.
Got the Big Mac versus the Big Mac. Only difference is no sesame seeds on the bun. If you don't know what we're talking about, we're not going to explain it.
Cyrus, this is a loaded card already. We've seen on the prelims 3 fights, 3 first-round finishes. Chris, let's go through our feature, our co-main, and our main. Our feature fight at 155 pounds. Trevor Bradshaw, 1-0 in BKFC here in his home state of Utah against Draco Rodriguez from Iowa. Draco Rodriguez, I first commentated him as an AMI and MMA for the late great Victory Fighting Championship. I saw the potential in him then. He went to the UFC. He's 3-0 in professional boxing. He's 1-0 in BKFC. This is a really interesting fight. It's a crossroads fight, even though both men are 1-0. Whoever gets the win, assuming we don't have a draw or no contest, is going to take a big step forward at the 155-pound weight limit in BKFC.
Well, I saw Bradshaw from the tryouts. I knew how powerful he was, how strong this guy is. He feels like he was always an MMA guy who got taken down, but he always had power in both hands. He just had to find an outlet. He found it in BKFC. First round knockout his last fight. He's wanting to get back in there and get another knockout, but tough opponent. Draco, UFC veteran, high pedigree, higher experience, but man, that's going to be a great fight. Whoever wins, like you said, he's going to be on somebody's radar.
Our co-main also 155 pounds. Cyrus, we love this fight too. Jeremy Stephens, a contemporary of yours, Chris, in the UFC. 34 fights in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, 1-0 in BKFC. Bobby Taylor, this will be fight number 9 in the sport of bare knuckle, fight number 8 promotionally tonight in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
Well, Jeremy Stephens has fought everybody from the top level to the mid to the bottom, everywhere at the UFC level, highest level. This guy's very good, very talented, very powerful, great striker. Now, hasn't done that much BKFC, 1 fight, 1 knockout, but Bobby Taylor, he's done the opposite, but in bare knuckle. He's done a lot in bare knuckle. BKFC, he's had a lot of fights. He's fought all the toughest guys. You have experience in overall fighting, experience in bare knuckle. Who's going to win out?
You know, when you're talking about that co-main event, obviously, that's a fellow Iowan there, is Jeremy Stephens. I was always so excited to get him a part of our crew here and be part of BKFC. I think he's one of those guys that you look at his UFC career, look at his MMA career, and there's like a handful of guys in that division that really kind of get us excited to see them inside the squared circle. And he's one of those guys. You know, Chris, you know, you kind of started a little extra career there when you came into the BKFC. You only did a couple of fights because of where you were in his career. But when you look at Jeremy Stephens, he can make a run at the title. And it really looks like he is dead focused on really improving going forward here in the BKFC.
It was amazing when I went back and looked how young he was when he was in the UFC. I was a little bit older when I got in there. I came out and did a couple fights here with BKFC because I saw it and I loved it. I said, I have to be part of this. I see that same thing in Jeremy Stephens. He gets it. He understands that this is exactly what he wants to do. He's in position right now. He knows this is his chance to be on a title run, and he's going to take it.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's kind of like that immovable object, irresistible force. That's a wrestling reference there. Sean, I know you get that one. When you take a look at that main event, Christine Ferea has been so steady. You know, I mean, one after another. Whoever gets thrown in front of her, she keeps her composure, and she picks up the victory. She diagnoses her opponents, puts in the training camp, takes it very, very seriously. This is her life. But when I take a look at Jade Masson-Wong, I see somebody that's very fired up, that really has all the skills, and more than maybe the rest of her opponents in the last 3 or 4 fights, has the power to match with her and could possibly stop her. When you guys look at those things right there, what do you think here with this main event?
It's an extremely interesting fight. We'll talk first about the champion, Christine Ferea. She has been phenomenal in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. We talked about it at the opening of the prelims. She enters on 6 straight wins, which includes 3 consecutive successful title defenses. She has been a clinician, a tactician as well, and she has also shown phenomenal power, Chris. Jade Masson-Wong enters on 2 consecutive victories, and she has also shown massive power in that right hand.
I've never seen her hurt in any way. The only thing, she did lose one to a cut. Everybody can get cut in bare knuckle. That's not a big deal. But she's been hit hard. She hasn't been wobbled. She hasn't been hurt. So she brings a different level of power that I think Ferea has not seen. So this is going to be very interesting. Who can get in there and land that hard shot first? She can do a lot of damage, and that can change the whole complexion of the fight. If somebody gets hurt and they're not used to getting hurt, that can change everything. Both very heavy-handed female. I can't wait to see this fight.
All right, so now I got a question for both of you. I'm going to throw it to both of you. You guys have obviously done a ton of research on these fights. You've interviewed all these fighters. When you look at that main card, outside of the feature, the co-main, and the main, what's a sleeper pick for fight of the night, something that people can get really excited about on this card?
Well, Chris, he's just teed you up back to Coming to America.
Yeah, I like the McDowell versus McDonald. I mean, the Golden Arch has been the Golden Arch. That's the big difference to me.
What we like about this card is that you're seeing fighters coming from boxing, coming from MMA, here in Utah. These are established, high-level fighters, many fighters here in their home state of Utah making their BKFC debuts. I'll give credit to Nate Shook, our matchmaker. These are extremely even competitive fights. Just because fights end quickly doesn't mean that they are squashes. We are so proud of the fact that with David Feldman, with Dave Feldman Jr., Nate Shook, we don't have A-side, B-side. We could have fast, violent, quick finishes, but these are still very competitive fights on paper.
And Sean, a lot of these fights, I'm thinking, I know who's going to win. I'm telling you, I'm not doing good tonight. When I see these fights, they're quick, they're over quick, but I think the other guy's going to win a lot of the time. These are very competitive fights. You have no idea who's going to win until the fight happens. I hate it when I go and I know A-side, B-side. I don't know what's going on here sometimes. I feel like I'm smart. I feel like I know fights. Sometimes I feel stupid.
Cyrus, I don't know if BKFC is going to Zamunda. That's 3. But we're making our impact worldwide. We've talked about going back to the north of England, back to Newcastle, going to Spain, our second time in Utah. We continue to roll with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Before we went on air, I was talking to some of the commissioners from the Utah State Athletic Commission, saying how we started, humble beginnings, small houses, and now we are growing. This venue was built for the 2002 Winter Games. This was one of the hockey venues. We were playing in a venue built for the Olympics in Salt Lake City, Utah. We were here in West Valley, the suburb. This is one of the greatest sports cities in the country.
It is.
Beautiful state, phenomenal fight fans.
It is, and what a lot of folks may not know is they have an NHL team here now, and they're going to be playing right here in this arena starting, I want to say, maybe in about a month, they're going to have their very first NHL match, so they got to get ready for fights, right? There's going to be a lot of fights there in the middle of that arena when the NHL team, the Utah Hockey Club, gets started for the NHL season. Scan the QR code right now. Are you guys ready? Do you want to be a part of this entire card? Scan the QR code, get the BKFC app, because not only will you get tonight's full show, but you get next week in Hollywood, Florida as well. All kinds of exclusives and all of our archives. Folks, it's almost time for us to throw down here in Salt Lake, but let's take a look at the best of BKFC Fight Night, Kansas City.
Devin Schwan fighting in his home state, Kansas. Jesse Pringle from Kansas City, Missouri. There's a big left hook, and down goes Jesse Pringle. Here comes the mandatory 8 count from referee Andrew Glenn. The left hand. There's the big right uppercut from half Thai plum now from Devin Schwan. Schwan on the counter right hand. Big right hand knockdown number 2.
Pringle is on ice skates right now. He's got to be very careful.
This fight is over, and victory in his BKFC debut.
By TKO, Devin, the Dapper Scrapper Schwan.
This is the BKFC debut for Matt Guyman. Jacob Aiken set for his BKFC debut. 40 seconds remaining, round number 1 of this bantamweight fight. There's the left hand getting through from Aiken. Jab from Guyman, jab right back from Aiken.
Good head movement for Aiken, but he got to fire back after the head movement. He's doing all the hard work. He's not getting the payoff.
Head movement again on display from Aiken, but coming forward into the pocket is Matt Guyman. Seconds remaining in the 3rd round. Back to the jab goes Matt Guyman. And the left hook from Aiken. A medical stoppage. This fight is over.
By TKO, Matt, the Silencer
This is fight number 1 in BKFC for Anthony Garrett. Fight number 1 in BKFC for John Orr. These are two very powerful heavyweights. To the inside, on the left hand, and down goes John Orr.
Heavy-handed guys, that didn't take long. Already.
A lightning strike win
by TKO, Anthony, the Warrior of Christ, Garrett.
This is fight number 1 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship for Charlene Gelner. Carla Alvarez enters 1-0 in BKFC. Round number 1. Block trust for Carla Alvarez, leg trust for Charlene Gelner. Wide open start, there's the right hand getting through from Alvarez. Then the left hand to right hand, half tie glove snatched by Charlene Gelner. With refereeing from Andrew Glenn letting this play out. There's the left hand through from Gelner.
Alvarez has taken way too many shots.
Straight 1-2 again. The 1-2-2 backs off Carla Alvarez against the ring ropes left hook. Forward again to the mid-range. Dr. Avila has told Andrew Glenn to stop this fight.
By TKO, Charlene Pitbull Gelner.
Blaine Warbritton now set for his promotional BKFC debut from Wichita, Kansas. Justin Martinez. Britton turned it over. Good elusiveness from Martinez. Martinez again to the inside. Round number 2. Back step and the forward step for Justin Martinez to start the second round. Heavy hooks to the body from Martinez. Britton from range on the 1-2s. Britton continuing to work off the jab. Martinez continuing to look for the body hook. Right hand. And down goes Blaine Warbritton.
Almost the exact same amount of punches. Maybe a better percentage for Martinez.
Here's left hook from Justin Martinez.
Mouthpiece knocked out.
Good jab again. There's the uppercut on the entry. It's high and tight for Martinez on the forward step of Blaine Warbritton. This fight has been stopped. Here come the boos.
By TKO, Blaine, the North Topeka bad boy, Warbritton.
Eduardo Peralta set for fight number 4 in BKFC. Duran Carlos now set for his Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut. Andrew Glenn just told both fighters, watch the push. There's a big left hand right, and down goes Eduardo Peralta.
Peralta took a massive shot. If they get out of this round.
There's the left hand on the counter. Peralta is down. We'll see how this is ruled by Andrew Glenn. It's ruled as a knockdown. Now Glenn was saying that Carlos was going to be knocked down. Overhand right again. There's the counter. We'll see how that's ruled. Knockdown number 2 is the ruling by referee Andrew Glenn. 2 consecutive knockdowns reported by Peralta. Big right hand, make that knockdown number 3.
And you can see the experience right now of Peralta starting to take over.
Peralta to the body, there's the left hook, and that is the 4th knockdown of Duran Carlos in this fight.
For your winner by KO, Eduardo Peralta.
This is fight number 3 in BKFC for Mikey Ferea. Big ovation for J.W. Kaiser from relatively nearby Leavenworth, Kansas. Round number 1. Rapid fire start up from scratch for J.W. Kaiser. Takes the right hand, and there is the knockdown.
Caught him coming in just like he predicted.
1-2 from Kaiser. You can see he's talking to Ferea. Driving pressure. Big right hand now from J.W. Kaiser. On the left hand, the right hand. Looking to counter with his back against the ring. Ferea now stepping forward. Here's big uppercuts in reply from J.W. Kaiser from the half thigh plug. More big shots.
He needs to take a knee. He needs to take a knee.
Leaping left hook from J.W. Kaiser. Now the right hand.
Oh, man. Jeez. This is crazy.
Leaping forward with the right hand.
He's got to start fighting or he's going to lose.
Right hand again. Kaiser literally leaping in with these right hands. Down to the canvas goes Mikey Ferea.
They called the fight. No, they called a knockdown. He says he can't see the fight's over, so.
10-second clock. Barry stops this fight.
By TKO, JW Mancannon's Kaiser.
This is the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut for Tyler Jones. This is the BKFC debut for Ira Johnson. Sporting touch of hands. Round number 1, right off of scratch, and that's ruled a slip by referee Andrew Glenn.
Jones doing a good job of staying in his range, making this a close fight.
Short left hand, another left hand from Tyler Jones. Big to the body goes Jones, jumps into the head, left hook to the head from Tyler Jones, and down goes Ira Johnson.
Johnson still fighting the game plan.
Hitting the clinch, but from the half-time plumb in the clinch goes Tyler Jones. Johnson to the body. There's the left hand, right hand again getting through from Tyler Jones. Jones on the left hand. More big shots to the head.
Just constant pressure.
The end could be near. Referee Andrew Glenn taking a really close look. Knockdown number 2.
That's all.
Andrew Glenn ends this fight.
For your winner by TKO, Tyler Beowulf Jones.
The Coltrane now set for fight number 5 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Zeb Vincent fighting here in his home city, Kansas City, Kansas. From Zeb Vincent, that was clever. Vincent forward again, lands the left hand and the right hand.
Vincent just all over his opponent, continue to overwhelm him with volume.
Jab right back from Vincent. 1-1-2, big flowing out to the body.
Coltrane looks like he got hit in the eye, can't see what's happening.
Overhand right, more big shots from Vincent. To the body, overhand right, and that drops at Vincent. Overhand right. Big shot on the entry. Coltrane with the left hand. Double jab overhand right from Vincent.
After that right, he needs to throw that left hook.
Jab right back. There's the 1-2. Straight punches coming forward for Zeb Vincent.
Zeb wants to get inside and make this a dirty rough fight, just like he's doing right now.
Round number 4, Coleman, and a strong sequence coming forward for Zeb Vincent.
Oh, fight's over.
Zeb CWB Vincent.
Now set for his 11th fight in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, Elvin Brito. Fighting here in his home state, Kansas. He is from the city of Manhattan, Kansas. Jake Lindsay. Turning over the right hand, to the body goes Brito, to the body goes Jake Lindsay into the heavy clinch. To the body from both men. This is a very active clinch.
Round to Lindsay and 1 for Elvin.
Big step in right hand from Elvin Brito. Lindsay on the 1-2. Going the right hand on the turn, the flurry to the body, now the right hook from Jake Lindsay. Right hand on the step in, there was the rear right uppercut from Lindsay. Switch of stances again for Brito, coming forward off the right hand, another overhand right. Once more. Overhand right.
Oh, that one did some damage.
Lindsay, big uppercuts on the inside, that turns Elvin Brito. Brito coming forward, took that right uppercut from Lindsay flush.
To the winner by unanimous decision, Gypsy Jade Lindsay.
Friday, September 13th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns to Hollywood at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino inside Hard Rock Live. In the main event, the undefeated Cuban sensation Alberto Indio Blas puts his bantamweight title on the line for the very first time against the unbeaten number 2 contender, Royal Ryan Reber, who's ready to claim his crown. Plus a stacked card with many more bare knuckle scraps. Watch the world's most exciting combat sport live. Get your tickets at BKFC.com. Saturday, October 12th, for the first time ever, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship comes to Spain. In the main event, Franco Tenaglia and Tony Loco Soto, 2 unbeaten warriors, knuckle up with the vacant lightweight championship of the world hanging in the balance. Also, Rico Bonbon Franco is on a mission to topple former pro boxing champ and reigning BKFC welterweight king, the undefeated Austin No Doubt Trout. Watch the world's most exciting combat sport live on the BKFC app. Download it at BKFC.com.
To become a world champion, one must travel the road paved with blood, sweat, and countless hours of grinding before the dream becomes a reality.